It is time to talk about my current obsession, Halef, episode 24. I guess you could call this a summary analysis, whatever. This was a good episode. I went through a lot of emotions. It was like a roller coaster. I loved them in the cave. I wanted the cave to be the whole episode because they were together. What we take from this is that obviously he still knows that she does love him and she knows that he never gave up. As this is not surprising to us, but this is very important when it comes to them after, the whole episode 22, 23, where she basically was trying to convince him, like, I don't love you. Their chemistry, like, oh my God, guys, I am obsessed with this couple. When she was hallucinating, like she was telling him the secret that Melik is her sister, at first I was pissed, but we know by the end of the episode, he finds out regardless. The scene was so amazing. The way the actress Dumla, like she was going in and out of consciousness, the way he was shaking her, like, wake up. They are amazing actors. And in the cave, it's almost like their roles are reversed because it's always been like Yıldız is the one that always had hope. In this cave, she really thought like she's a goner. And he was the one that kept telling her, I'm gonna get you out of here. Because you gotta think about it. She even told him at a point, like, get out of here. Like, you can go. Like, you can go on your own. It's much easier. But he was not gonna leave her no matter what. Because their bond is so strong. Like, yeah, he could have left and maybe found help, but he was not going to leave her alone in the dark. Never. Other things I loved in the cave when she found the hair clip in the pocket and she's like, why do you have this? And he told her, like, it's the only thing I had left of you. Oh my God. But then she's just like talking to herself saying, I've ran out of luck. This love is not meant to be. And that's when the light came through the cave and she looked up at it hopeful. That to me is a good sign. Serhat is a man that keeps his composure, but we see him a few times in this episode, like, literally kneel to the ground crying because he's afraid of losing Yıldız. I know there's some people that are pissed that he did not stay with her in the hospital, but, like, I understand it. And this scene in the hospital, guys, like, anytime the door was closed, like, it looked like he couldn't breathe, it would open. He, like, had some relief because he would see her. So people that are mad that he didn't stay, obviously, Zion, the father, whatever his name is, the moment he went into her room when she was awake in the hospital, he's yelling at her, like, why were you with Serhat? So imagine if Serhat was there, like, by her bedside. Like, could you imagine what would happen then? Serhat says, like, everything I do is to protect you. And in a way, like, that's protecting her because her father's a nut and he's the devil. I am fully convinced after this episode that this is not her father, okay? The way he treats her. So Yıldırım reveals to the dad that Serhat and Yıldız kissed, but he made it seem much more than a kiss. He's like, who knows? Like, she could be pregnant. Who knows what else they did? Because Yıldırım is a douchebag. This guy comes home, drags Yıldız out of her room while she's resting because, she just came from the hospital because she was on the brink of death. And there's a part where she's telling him, like, you've never loved me. You've never treated me like a daughter. And Meryem and him give each other this look, and that look, like, sealed the deal. I'm like, she is not his daughter. I don't know if she's Miriam's daughter. I don't know how this is going to work out, but she's definitely not his daughter. And she's not Melik's sister. I'm convinced. Like, when he threw her in that closet and said, either you can die from starvation or thirst, you could do it yourself, and throws the rope at her. Oh my God. The blood was boiling, guys. And then we see Melik come to talk to her father. I don't need a DNA test to know Melik and Zion, whatever, are father and daughter. And Melik tells her father, I will forgive you, but you need to unlock Yıldız. But you need to get rid of her. Like, send her away from here. He says, yeah, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Like, he's gonna send her to Syria. That's his plan, to get her married off. They'll never see Yıldız again. I also loved Ashur in this episode. I've loved his character development. In the hospital, he is blaming himself and, like, his family as well for, like, everything they've put Yıldız through. And it just shows, like, how bad he feels. He calls Yıldırım and says, either you take that ring off your finger, I will cut your finger off. And we do see Nida and him going to the divorce court, but we don't see what happens. And it is clear when the family comes to the hospital to see Serhat, he is just, like, in his head about Yıldız. Like, there is nothing between him and Melik. I feel nothing. And surprisingly, like, really surprised that Sultan had even asked if Yıldız was okay. Oh, but also, the way that Melik uses her baby as a weapon is disgusting. And that's exactly why she most likely will be miscarrying the baby next episode, I think. But I love that Sultan even tells her, who do you think Serhat's gonna choose? Yıldız, who decided to, like, sacrifice everything just for you, the baby, and him to be happy, or you who have been lying to him? And then Melik, who's telling everyone, oh, I'm gonna tell Serhat and you'll see he'll hate Yıldız. She doesn't tell Serhat because she knows he's not gonna hate Yıldız. I actually love the ending to this episode. So we see that Serhat sees the stone. He is stunned. Literally, they're in the midst of, like, beating Yıldırım, but he's like, I gotta go take care of this. He goes to Sevda, and Sevda tells him, like, basically everyone knows. She even says, like, Melik did find out recently. And she tells him, you gotta make a choice. I swear to God, if he does not make a choice this time around, and I mean the choice that I want him to make, I'm going to get really mad. I actually really liked Miriam in this episode because I felt like she treated Yildiz like a daughter, like she was fighting for her daughter to survive. Brings her to the Yildirim mansion, and I felt so bad for Yildiz, honestly, because I feel like she was just like over this at this point. Like the way they're just like throwing her around mansion to mansion, like someone take her, like that must be a horrible feeling. And like my heart, I just feel like she's just so over this. And the last minute of this episode, amazing. When Serhat comes and says he will protect Yildiz under his roof. Melek's like, how will you accept that? And he's like, how are you going to accept killing your own sister? And everyone was just like, sister. That was great cinema. And this here shows like Melek going to her father, telling him like, I'll forgive you if you unlock Yildiz, was not selfless at all, because her only options is you're gonna get rid of Yildiz and I'll forgive you, like send her away. Or she's obviously okay with Yildiz being unalived. She does not want Yildiz near Serhat because she knows that Serhat will choose Yildiz because they are meant to be. And I know in the preview it shows like Yildirim calling Serhat being like, you can have Melek back. I think Melek goes to meet up with Yildirim and then he takes her, like, this is how I'm gonna get Yildiz back. There is no way Serhat's gonna sacrifice Yildiz for Melek. No way.